Welcome back to the Gracefully Growing Podcast, where we help you grow, glow, and navigate teen life without losing your mind or your Wi Fi connection. I'm your host, Dr. Kemi, and today we're talking about something that every single teenager struggles with: the discipline glow up, aka how to be consistent when life looks like a hot mess, express, and motivation ghost you. So, last week's episode, I talked about how to stay motivated when you don't feel like it. So this week, we're going to be talking about how to stay disciplined. Because let's be honest, motivation is cute, but it will disappear right quick, faster than your school lunch pizza. Discipline? Now, discipline, that's the real Beyonce of success because it is consistent, it is unbuttered, and always delivers. Welcome to the Gracefully Growing Podcast, where we provide you with real talk, real tools, and real life tools to help you thrive in school and in life. I am Dr. Kemi, educator, author, speaker, and gratitude advocate, as well as mom to the most amazing 13-year-old sunshine. And of course, each week, I stay motivated and excited that you continue to show up and stay on this journey as we all explore the 5 key principles that will guide you to a fulfilling life. And these 5 key principles are gratitude, reflection, affirmations, connections, as well as empathy. I need your help. Help me get to my very first 1,000 subscribers by making sure that you click that subscribe button and be sure to like, share, and comment and share with your friends. If this is your first time here, each week, this is what we talk about. We talk about how to live a life with intention and thrive in this wild journey called life, using the 5 key principles that I mentioned. So let's go ahead and grab your journal or your notebook. Or if you don't have either of these things, open your phone to your notes app so you can take some notes. If you're looking for a journal to help you on this journey, I have written the Affirmation Gratitude Journal that is available on Amazon. And I'll be sure to post the link to my Amazon store in the show notes. Today, we're going to be diving into the difference between motivation and discipline. We're going to look at why discipline feels boring, but it saves your life. We're going to look at simple daily systems or routines that actually work. We're going to look at tiny habits and micro progress. And of course, I'm going to provide you with some real life scenarios that can support you. And finally, a grace strategy for staying consistent even on days when you want to hide under your blanket and scroll forever. Let's get into it. Last week, we talked about motivation. We're still talking about motivation this week. Motivation is that energy you get when you're hyped. So you've just watched a fire TikTok video about productivity. You said, new semester, new me. You printed your color-coded study schedule you saw online. And then by Thursday, you're back to doing homework in bed like a wilted lettuce leaf. Here's the truth. Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is a decision. Motivation is the thing that gets you started. Discipline is the thing that keeps you going, especially when you don't feel like it. Every successful person you have ever admired has had days where they didn't feel like doing a thing, where they didn't feel like showing up, but they did anyway. Why? Because they have discipline. The glow up that comes from showing up on the days when you don't want to, that's discipline. Now, discipline feels boring, but it low-key saves your life. Discipline ain't glamorous. It's not hitting snooze. It's not scrolling on TikTok. It's saying, let me do this real quick instead of I'll do it later. It's starting that essay even when your brain feels like expired cereal. But here's the magic. Discipline makes your life easier in the long run. Let's imagine two futures. One future without discipline, future number two with discipline. Future with no discipline looks like missing deadlines, running around stressed, losing sleep. I'll do it later becomes your personality. Now, a discipline with future looks like your work is done on time, you have more free time, you have less stress, more confidence, and you feel like your life is together. Discipline does not restrict you. It actually frees you. It gives you options, it gives you energy, it gives you confidence, and it helps you to trust yourself. Discipline looks like waking up in the morning and you have your morning routine and you follow your morning routine. What that does for you is it buys you time on the back end if you follow your morning routine the way you're supposed to follow your morning routine. So right now, we're going to talk about how do you build simple daily systems that don't make you miserable. Remember this, your willpower, it will fail you. But if you have a system holds you down like a loyal best friend. So let's talk about some simple systems that you can actually use. Number one, the do it now 2-minute rule. If it takes 2 minutes or less, do it now. Put your shoes back up. Reply to an email. Pack your backpack. Throw away the food container your sibling left on the countertop. Number two, the after school power 15. It's a 15-minute routine where you check your assignment, start one thing, clear your space. That's it. Consistency over perfection. Messy action over perfect inaction. Number three, habit pairing. Connect a new habit to something you already do. For example, after brushing your teeth, you can review your notes. After taking a shower, you can set out your clothes for the next day. After eating your dinner, you can clean your room for 5 minutes. Number four, make it visible. You use checklists, whiteboard, reminder, sticky notes. Set a reminder on your phone. Your brain loves visual cues. Number five, keep your tasks ridiculously small. So don't write down something like study for 2 hours. You know you're not going to do that. Why you play like that? Try writing down study vocabulary for 5 minutes. Read 1 page. Write 1 paragraph. Tiny habits build big results. Okay? Let's talk about the secret weapon of high achievers. And that secret weapon of high achievers is micro progress. That's the real cheat code. For example, opening the Google document, reviewing 1 or 2 flashcards, putting out your workout clothes or putting out your clothes for the next day, cleaning the top of your desk, washing 1 dish. We use micro progress to create big momentum. And that momentum creates confidence. That confidence creates consistency. You see how it works? Everything kind of fits into each other. I'm going to give you a couple of real life scenarios. And I'm going to start with school deadlines, things that you guys deal with. Motivation says, I'll start early. Here's the reality. Reality is it's due tomorrow. What's the discipline glow up? Set micro deadlines once you get the assignment. Do 10 minutes a day of something towards completing that task. And then keep your assignments visible. Put it somewhere on your desk or your clean desk so that you can see it every day. And remember to do it. Set timers for yourself, right? Consistency. Consistency is the key. Another scenario. Let's say you have sports practice. Just says, I'm going to work out every day. Lady says, oh, my bed is so comfortable. Discipline glow up. Clothes ready for 5 minutes. drink water, and show up even if it is hard. Another example is chores. It says, I'm going to clean up my room this weekend. Reality disappeared. I know how that is. Your discipline glow up. 5-minute cleanup, 5 minutes, one tiny space per day. Create a visible checklist. Pick up my shoes, check. Pick up my clothes, check. Make my bed, check. Desk, check. Looking at your friendships, your responsibilities, discipline is showing up when you said you would, matters, even when you were busy. Because what happens is, allows you to build trust, respect, maturity amongst your peers. Let's look at the GRACE framework strategy for staying consistent with gratitude. It allows you to appreciate the process, not just the results. Gratitude is not saying I'm thankful. It's learning to appreciate small wins, your progress, your effort, and the version of you who's trying. So you say to yourself, I'm grateful I showed up even if it was small. This builds confidence and keeps you going. Reflections allow you to study your own patterns. Reflection is asking yourself 3 questions. Helped me to stay consistent today. Made today hard. What can I change tomorrow? There's no guilt. There is no shame, just an awareness of yourself and your actions. For example, it's your homework because you kept your phone next to you. Reflection says, tomorrow goes across the room. Actions allow you to grow. Affirmation allows you to coach yourself with your words. Affirmations help your brain to believe in discipline. To try these affirmations. I show up even when it's hard. Building discipline one step at a time. Keep my promises to myself. Steps still count. About affirmation is this. They allow you or they help you to rewire your brain to trust you about connections. Your connections or your accountability and your community. Discipline grows when you're in the right community. You do not have to glow up alone. And here's some ways for you to build connection. You have study buddies, accountability partners. You're asking your parents or you're checking with your teachers or your parents. You're telling a friend your goal and you have group chats for progress. Whenever I have had to work on a project with other people, we create group chats to help us stay on track with what needs to be done. We create action plans and we know who's responsible for what action plan. That is our connection. That's our community around that particular task. Connection will help to keep you energized and hold you accountable. Let's talk about empathy, which is the last part of the GRACE framework. Be kind to yourself when you sleep up. Life will happen. You are human. You will have off days. That's guaranteed. That's a constant. And what empathy means is you're not going to beat yourself up about it. You're not going to quit because you're off track. And you're not going to wait for perfection. Empathy is not perfectionism. Empathy is telling yourself, listen, I messed up today, but I'm not starting over. I'm going to continue. Empathy keeps you consistent long-term because it removes shame from the process. Empathy is saying, you know what? Yes, I told myself I'm going to work out 5 days a week, but I don't feel like doing it today. Don't beat yourself up over it. Start over tomorrow. Work out tomorrow and maintain your consistency. So here's your challenge for this week. You to choose one small habit. Do it every day for 7 days. Keep it tiny and track your progress. So for example, you could choose to make your bed every day. Or you could decide you want to drink 1 bottle of water every day, even though I know you should drink more. You want to review notes from class for 5 to 10 minutes every day. You want to stretch for 3 minutes every day. Choose one of these. Or you want to choose to clean one small area in your room every day. Remember, tiny actions equals to a big glow up. If this episode helped you, I want you to do 3 things for me. Share it with a friend who needs a disciplined glow up. Leave a review so more teens can find this podcast. Or subscribe so you never miss an episode. I want you to remember this. Consistency isn't about perfection. It's about choosing to show up with grace. You've got this. You are growing. You are glowing. And I'll see you in the next episode. It's a wrap for today's episode of Gracefully Growing. Thank you so much for tuning in and growing with me. Remember, living with grace means showing gratitude, taking the time for reflection, speaking powerful affirmations, building strong connections, and practicing daily empathy with yourself and others. If today's episode gave you something to think about, inspired you, or made you smile, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an episode. You can also download today's free resource in the show notes and join our Gracefully Growing community on social media for more tools, encouragement, and real talk. Until next time, keep showing up for yourself, keep growing, and most of all, keep living with grace. I am Dr. Kemi. See you next week.